remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Open my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Who my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Open my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember.
Yo, what's good, everybody? We're back with another Music Monday. On this Monday, man, y'all smash that like button. Sub up to the channel if you're new, and if you haven't done so already, of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones, and what I normally do is make content about sneakers. Occasional trying hauls, y'all know this is Music Monday, where we take a break from sneakers, man, where we pretty much continue to talk about music, like I guess you can say topics that's been going on, right? Okay, so pretty much, if you guys haven't done so already, sign up for that sold out Discord. Link is pinned at the top of the comment section, and it is free to sign up. Where, of course, we can continue the sneaker talk. We got a food section, a sports section, you name it, right? Okay, so pretty much, we got a plethora of music topics that I want to cover tonight, and then pretty much we'll only be on this joint for like an hour, and then pretty much I'm going to get up out of this joint, man, because I've had a very, very long day, even though technically I've had the day off, but honestly, I've been grinding like there's no tomorrow, so that's a hint. More content on the way, as you guys can always see. So pretty much, we're going to cover pretty much, as you can see, Diddy ordered to forfeit a freak off evidence, including the Ibiza tapes, right? Okay. Shyne speaks on it. We're going to cover that topic tonight as well. And then pretty much we're going to talk Drake. Pretty much his lawsuit that he had against Kendrick has been dismissed. Looks like they will appeal the situation, but we're going to cover that tonight as well. We got an update on the Durk case that we're going to be covering tonight as well. And then Pooh Shiesty, just in case you guys haven't been living under a rock, he has been freed. So we're going to do a little update on Mr. Pooh Shiesty. And looks like, if I'm not mistaken, right, he shot a shot at Cardi B. And I mean, if I had to guess, considering how her circumstances are going through, looks like she may be single. So I don't know if he's gonna get any luck with that. And then we got an update on Nelly's case, where pretty much the country grammar lawsuit that we seen that's coming around. We're gonna touch on that tonight, and then I think that should cover pretty much everything here tonight. Blueface also pretty much should be right around the corner, should be coming home. So we're gonna cover Blueface topics as well. So we got a plethora of topics that we're gonna cover tonight, man. I want to make sure that I hit them all, because I only do Music Monday once a week versus like sold out, where we do twice a week, where if I miss something, I'll pick up on it on like pretty much like within the next couple of days. But Music Monday, man, we only do once a week, so I try to get everything in here as much as I can. Y'all let me know if audio and visuals okay. Everything's looking good on my end. And yeah, we'll get the party started, because I want to make sure that I dive right in and make sure I only spend like an hour on these topics as well. The Diddy topic I'll probably save towards the end of the live, as well as the Durk situation. I do want to start where pretty much some simple, smooth situations, the Nelly update, and then we'll go pretty much Blueface update, and then we'll talk Pooh Shiesty update, and then we'll pretty much go into pretty much Diddy and the Shyne and the Drake situations, right? So let me make sure I get these joints right in order, make sure I'm going in order, because I want to make sure I have a smooth transition. So let's see, we're going to do the Nelly joint. We're going to do the Drake joint right here. Make sure I spread it like nice and smooth. And then we'll do the Pooh Shiesty joint, and then the Blueface joint, and then the Diddy and Shyne joint. And yeah, Diddy, we'll go Diddy towards the end of the live. So we'll go pretty much a little Durk situation right here, because I have feeling that's going to be kind of like long-winded. So we'll make sure we're good on there. And then pretty much, yeah, man. We'll be back live again on Wednesday. But let me go ahead and start right in on the Nelly case right here. So again, I know I touched on it, but I didn't really kind of go in depth on it. So let's see if we can share my screen and get the party started on this joint right here. So boom, right here should be seeing my screen. So it says, judge rules Nelly should be repaid legal bills for the groundless lawsuit over the country grammar, right? Okay, so country grammar, if I'm not mistaken, that's one of Nelly's like biggest like albums to date, if I'm not mistaken. I know he's had a like, this is the thing, Nelly is not one of those people that has like a one-hit wonder, but he's one of those where if you put your all in your main projects and it really does well, you don't have to make 10, 15 albums. You know what I'm saying? You can get away with one or two. So I want to say all that and give credit where credit is due for Nelly. So look like he is pretty much, things are working out in his favor. I know him and Ashanti just had a baby. Again, y'all let me know if audio and visual okay. Let me make sure everything is good on my end real quick. Make sure we're not like going like live, like dead feed. But Yeah, here we go. Right here it says, judge rules Nelly should be repaid legal bills for the groundless lawsuit over the country grammar. Um, let's see. Nelly was accused of cutting his Saint Lunatics crew out of the royalties and credits from his 2000 album Country Grammar in a lawsuit filed last year by Ali Jones. If I'm not mistaken, right, Ali is one of the group members of the Saint Lunatics. As you think about it, it was Murphy Lee. I know there was Ali, but he didn't like say what his rap name was, so I thought it was just Ali. And then you think about it, it was like what 4 or 5 of those guys, but I think Nelly took off first, and then he kind of brought the group along. And that's kind of just how it comes and goes with the hip hop music industry. Like I don't want to sit here and say that Nelly didn't do his part, or I didn't say any of the Saint Lunatics didn't do their part either. You know what I mean? But it says Nelly scored a legal win after a judge slammed a dismissed lawsuit from his former Saint Lunatics band mates. U.S. Judge Robert W. Lumberger ruled on Friday, October 10th, that the attorneys behind the case filed by Ali Jones, Nelly's former bandmate, should be sanctioned for pursuing claims that were clearly without legal merit. The lawsuit filed last year accused Nelly of cutting his Saint Lunatics crew out of royalties and credits from his 2000 album Country Grammar. It says he should have been penally obvious to Jones' attorneys that his copyright ownership claim was time-barred, the judge wrote, per documents reviewed by the complex. After being placed on a notice that the ownership claim stood no chance of success, Jones did not withdraw his complaint. Instead, his attorneys doubled down and proceeded. So again, from what the judge is saying, like, you didn't have no case of winning this to begin with, but at the same time, who knows, man? I mean, I don't think those guys had a deal, but at the same time, if you think about it, if they had a case, then you think about this, the Group D12, they would have had a case too, but they really didn't, you know what I'm saying? They kind of let Eminem shine. He brought them along a way, and it is what it is. I'm not saying that they didn't do their part and didn't carry their weight, but at the same time, it's like, to be honest, let's just keep it 100. If Nelly didn't pop off, would we have heard of the Saint Lunatics? If Eminem didn't pop off, would have heard of D12? You know, I'm not trying to say, and I'm not an Eminem fan in any way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying? But I also got to give credit where credit is due. You know what I'm saying? It says Jones' copyright ownership claim was groundless on its face from the time it was first asserted, the judge wrote everywhere elsewhere in the document. It says Jones' 2024 lawsuit alleged that Nelly manipulated his former group into believing that they were to be paid. However, 3 of the 4 plaintiffs, Murphy Lee, Cayenne, and City Spud, quickly distanced themselves from the case, claiming they never authorized the lawsuit. Ali continued along, but eventually dropped the case in April. Despite its dismissal, Nelly's legal team sought penalties, right? Describing the case as various and ridiculous. So pretty much, he filed a case, but then said, "Hey, yo, I give up." But then at the same time, they went on and kind of like, all right, cool. You're gonna sue us. We're gonna make sure we counter sue. This is my thing too. A lot of people just say like, "Hey, the case dismissed. We good." But at the same time, some cats not always like that. Like, "Hey, yo, you cost me time and money. I want my money back at least." You know what I mean? That may have been the case here. I don't know. It says plaintiffs' counsel succeeded in the furious campaign aimed at forcing Nelly to spend money. See, I told you right then and there. I already knew. That's what this is about. I don't think Nelly cares whether the lawsuit was true or not because he knew he was going to win it. But it's the fact that he had to get attorneys to defend himself. You know what I mean? I was just talking about this with a family member yesterday. Like, literally, like, even though you don't want to get an attorney involved, sometimes you have no choice. And that's when Nelly is like, okay, cool. People assume me, I got to defend myself. I know I didn't do nothing wrong, but I still got to spend bread to get an attorney. You know what I'm saying? Attorneys, right? Not cheap by any means necessary. I don't have 6, And I can tell you this. While they are paid, I'm still recovering financially. That's the best way I can describe it, joint. They got their money, but I'm still trying to recoup on my money. You know what I'm saying? I.e., I probably should have just stayed my you know what out of trouble, right? It says plaintiffs' counsel succeeded in a fierce campaign aimed at forcing Nelly to spend money defending plaintiff's ridiculous time-barred claim. It says wrote Nelly's lawyer Ken Fitzgerald. Hopefully, I'm saying that correctly. At the time, the court is respectively requested to restrain jurisdiction and set a briefing and hearing schedule for potential sanctions. So again, looks like this. They're going to try to go back and get their money back. If they can't get their money back, they're going to at least try to sanction something. So I mean, to be honest, cool. You don't got the money. Can we take something else in place of it? Which I've seen that happen where people get their stuff like, okay, cool, you don't got the money, we'll take this, we'll take the house, we'll take this, and the third, which I don't think they're going to get up to that level, but I mean, whatever they got worth, they want that, you know what I mean? The judge agreed, saying that Jones' lead attorney, Precious Felder Gates, was largely responsible for wasting time and money. He said Gates essentially manipulated the proceedings in a revised complaint that removed key facts showing that the case was too old to pursue. So they're saying like, yo, you should have pursued this years ago. It's what I'm getting from this. The judge concluded that Gates acted in bad faith by continuing the lawsuit despite overwhelming evidence it would fail. It says, although Limmenberger didn't set an exact dollar amount, he ordered that Gates cover the legal fees Nelly incurred after they revised the complaint that was filed. The case seems as a message to lawyers that were being consequences for dragging a defendant into an action into the furious on the face and refusing to withdraw, said Richard. I'm assuming that's a judge right there. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that name. It says in a statement on Billboard, says there is a lane course for Zingrus, but when the case is time-barred, according to the plaintiff on pleading, it has no place in the system. So Complex returns to Las Vegas on October 25th through the 26th with over 300 brands and leading performances by Young Thug, Yeet and Friends, and Central C and Key Carlson and more. Get your tickets now. So again, this is kind of just an update from Complex. So pretty much look like Nelly won this case, but he's also trying to pursue some back ends for his legal trouble, which that's kind of common, right? Okay, if somebody sue you, most people, like, if you think about this, people, and I don't want to throw no names out there, but celebrities get sued all the time, and the person that sued them lose all the time. Now this time, some celebrities will go on the back end and try to get theirs back. Some say it ain't worth their time because I know they're not getting the money anyway. This is my thing. Nelly and his attorneys probably already assume they know they're not going to get the bag back anyway. But, you know, it doesn't hurt to try, in my opinion. But if you think about it, for them to go after that bag, it's probably costing Nelly more money. But he also want to make a point probably to people who's trying to sue him in the future. Like, hey, if you lose, I'm gonna make you pay for it. So, you know what I'm saying? I understand both ways right here. I thought, to be honest, him and Nelly were like best friends. I remember him and Nelly doing songs together. I remember all that from back in the day. So at the same time, I'm like, yo, I didn't know all this was kind of going down, even though I did kind of report on it, but I didn't think it was that deep. I thought it was something they could settle out of court, but I guess maybe I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? But that's the Nelly update right here, real quick. Let's go ahead and dive into Drake's lawsuit that's been dismissed. Drake's defamation lawsuit over Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us diss is dismissed by the judge, which, let's just keep it 100. We kind of anticipated this. Now, my thing is this. I wonder if Drake's going to continue to stay on the label, because if I'm not mistaken, he's under Universal, and I think so is Kendrick. So I'm very curious how this is going to play out after he's filed a lawsuit against them. Not necessarily Kendrick, but the Universal like music group, right? Okay. So I'm very curious what his next move is, because you think about it, Drake hasn't really been dropping music like he really wants to. And that's because he probably chooses not to. So I'm very curious. But at the same time, dog, you can't sit up here, in my opinion, and I'm a Drake fan, you can't sit up here, throw stones and say like, all right, cool, it's cool when I'm winning, but whenever somebody else winning, I'm gonna expose the secrets and then this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of not, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like contradicting. Says the OVO rapper sued Universal Group for releasing and promoting Kendrick's hard-hitting diss track. Dog, this is my thing. It sounds like you're in your feelings. This is my thing. Take a L and keep it moving, dog. We all take L's in life. And I'm going to say that right out the gate as a person who's took a lot of freaking L's, right? I'm almost positive, and I'm not sure it's me, but I feel like I've taken the most L's out of probably anybody in my like circle, which I don't even have a circle anymore because I don't even, when I was taking all those L's, nobody was there with me. You know what I'm saying? But I say all that to say like, dog, you can bounce back. You're Drake. You make timeless classic music. You've been on top forever. You can do this. But I mean, to be honest, if I was him, I wouldn't have even entertained the beat. But I thought that maybe Drake was probably like, yo, this is easy. I'm going to go in here, this, and a third. I think what really happened, right? In my opinion, a legend whole live is a legend in the pain and the brace. I don't know. I think they baited Drake in, set him up for a diss that he thought was like, oh, cool, this is the easy one. I can out rap him, and boom, you know what I'm saying? But honestly, they was already ready to go. Because think about it. Drake can drop music back to back consistently, and he worked his ass off. So did Kendrick, but I feel like Kendrick, it was kind of like premeditated. You know what I'm saying? If I'm going to keep it real, it's like premeditated. If I'm going to keep it real. You know what I'm saying? It says Drake has suffered a significant blow in his legal battle against Universal Music Group. According to the court documents obtained by Complex, U.S. District Judge has dismissed Drake's defamation lawsuit against the music corporation. Drizzy sued UMG earlier this year, claiming that the company conspired with Kendrick Lamar to damage his reputation. The plaintiff speculating took issue with K-Dot's 2024 track, Not Like Us. It was in which the rapper suggested that Drake has a sexual relationship with minors. Again, I don't think any of the stuff is true. I think it was just like straight disses, right? Okay, I get it. You don't want to take that and you don't want to have that going on. But my thing is this. If you're going to be the top dog and you're going to be this, you got to stand up on your ground. And Drake did that. I think Drake, to be honest, in my opinion, right? I think Drake had the better songs, but majority rules. And majority say Kendrick. It's just like if we take it back to Nas and Jay-Z beef. Nas, in my opinion, went all day long, but there's a lot of like Jay-Z fans that say different when they had their beef, right? I'm going to just keep it real. It says the certified lover boy, certified pedophiles, Kendrick rapped in the first verse, referred to Drake's 2021 album, Certified Lover Boy. Why you trolling like a bitch? Saying that like that. It says the real word, but for YouTube, I'm trying to move carefully here because you know how they do. It says, ain't you tired trying to strike a chord and it's probably a minor. So again, I remember that. And it was catchy and he did the Super Bowl joint. That's another thing too, I think probably with Drake where it's like the joint blew up and it kind of backfired. I get it. It's an L, but at the same time, dog, you got to know when to cut your losses and keep it moving. I think him and Party Next Door collaboration album was still fire. You know what I'm saying? That don't take away from that. I'm not going to give that. I'm not going to take Drake out the game as far as being one of the most talented artists of all times. Whether he uses ghostwriters or not, he's still doing what he got to do. You know what I'm saying? Because you'd be surprised some of your biggest artists that use ghostwriters. The point of a ghostwriter is not to be out there and not supposed to be known. It says in Thursday ruling, the judge explained that Kendrick's scattering lyrics are non-actionable opinion that do not qualify as defamation. The judge pointed out that Kendrick's Grammy-winning track was released during his and Drake's War of Words, which included 8 diss tracks, which that's exhausting. You know what I'm saying? Usually you get maybe 3. You know, you get 1 for one, and you get 1 more from each person. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you get like a 2 or 3 diss tracks. 8. I'm gonna be honest. When they were doing that stuff back to back, ask anybody that I was hitting directly. I was like, yo, I like them all, but at the same time, dog, I ain't trying to hear no damn 20 diss tracks. Y'all motherfuckers pick 3. Boom. versus boom versus boom versus boom, and then you do the 3 for the tiebreaker. That's just how I feel like about it. You know what I'm saying? But they did a lot of heat. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, it was a great time in hip hop. You know what I mean? It says the predominant songs of his feud, Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar, dealt with the metatropical killing blow, the ruling red. The song contains lyrics explicitly accusing Drake of being a pedophile, which I'm saying that, for YouTube purposes, set to catchy beat and a precisely bass line. The judge stated that during a heated public debate such as rap beef, the audience expects the use of the hyperbole. So it's saying he's using over exaggeration. Hyperbole is over a great exaggeration. So he's saying like, okay, cool. These guys just over exaggerated. None of this they said that was true. It says all of which are not actionable as the cannot be objectively verified or proven false. Since the court's holds based upon full consideration of the context in which Not Like Us was published, that is a reasonable listener could not have concluded that Not Like Us was conveying objective facts about Drake. The document read, although the execution, or I guess say the allegations that plaintiff is a pedophile is certainly a serious one. The broader context of a heated rap battle, which language or offensive hurley by both plaintiffs would not incline the reasonable listener to believe that Not Like Us anticipates variable facts about a plaintiff. So they're saying like pretty much the whole diss song is catchy, but that don't mean it's necessarily true. Same with Drake songs, you know what I'm saying? If that's the case, Kendrick would counter to and say like, okay, cool, he said this about me, you know what I'm saying? But it's hip hop, it's beef, you know what I'm saying? When you diss somebody, it don't necessarily mean it's always got to be facts. And that's the thing too with a gray area with hip hop. Does it have to be real? Does it always have to be facts to make it a great song? And a lot of these cats, let's just keep it 100, off mode but on mode. A lot of these guys rap about stuff that they not really nowhere near affiliated of, I would hope. You know what I'm saying? Because if that was the case, they were facing a lot of legal trouble. You know what I'm saying? Drake has also accused UMG of harassment and deceptive business practices involving the distribution of Not Like Us. He alleged that the company used bots and pollia to artificially boost the song popularity, which effectively harmed his brand value. UMG argued that Drake's accusations, which pretty much saying like, okay, he is accusing this, but he has no proof, and Kendrick's lyrics were protected by freedom of speech. UMG responded to the dismissal in a statement to Billboard saying that the company was pleased with the outcome. From the outset, the suit was an upfront, and all artists and all their creative expressions never should have seen the light of day. A UMG spokesperson said, we're pleased with the court's dismissal and look forward to continuing our work successfully promoting Drake's music and investing in his career. So they're saying like, yo, we own you, dog. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it 100. Like, cool, nice try, but this is my thing. It's a big bank take a little bank too. Think about this, right? Drake getting the bag, but UMG, if they're the main bag, can you sue the person? Yes, you can. Short answer, right? Can you sue the person that makes more money than you? Yes. But do you got a chance to outfight them when, to be honest, when you go through the legal system, dog, I hate to say it, they want to argue about justice and fairness, but it's big bank take little bank to a certain extent. Drake, probably the biggest paid artist of all time, but it's nothing whenever you're suing the people that pay you. We've seen people that win, but at the same time, those people are also on their downfalls. UMG don't seem like they're on no downfall no time soon, if I'm going to keep it real. Drake, meanwhile, apparently isn't letting the dismissal deter his resolve to fight against UMG and K-Dot. He says he's intended to appeal today ruling, and we look forward to the Court of Appeals reviewing it, a spokesperson for the rapper said in response to the ruling, per the reporter Megan Kunoff, right? Okay, which we've seen her doing her things for celebrities as well. So all the best to Drake. but at the same time, dog, it's gonna be very interesting fighting against a record label on that level, right? So let's transition on to Pooh Shiesty. So it looks like he's been freed to the best of my knowledge. This is coming October 7th. So pretty much, I think he did, if I'm not mistaken, homie did a strong 5 years, but he got an early release. I've seen him posting around. He took his shots at Cardi B, but it says Pooh Shiesty is a free man after being released from prison earlier than expected. The Memphis-born rapper, best known for his 2020 hit Back in Blood with Lil Durk, was released from a high-security federal prison in Pennsylvania on Monday, October 3rd. So he's got freed October 3rd. Ironically, Pooh Shiesty comes out, Durk goes in. You know what I'm saying? Crazy, right? Pooh's real name, Latrell Williams, appears to be already enjoying his newfound freedom, with his videos and photos showing him posting up with his friends and family, including fellow Memphis rapper Big 30 and K Carbon at the welcome home party. I'm elevated that Pooh has been released after 3 years. So he did a strong 3 years. He didn't do the full 5, but we knew he was coming home early. Let's see real quick. It says the rapper's lawyer Bradford Cohen said in a statement. So as you can see, this is his social media where he's got pictures up already. As you can see, grew his hair out. He's got money in his hand. But this is my thing, dog. Where the music at? I don't want to sit up here and say this. So it's Big 30 right here. As you can see, this is Pooh Shiesty. He did his time. Again, he didn't snitch on nobody. This and the third. So he's got like a good reputation. But again, get in the stew. And to be honest, Pooh was really dropping a lot of fire music. In fact, I think he's one of the artists that Gucci Mane did not drop, even though he was locked up. You know what I'm saying? It says, the government fought hard to give him 10, but after listening to the case, the judge agreed with us that it was not appropriate to give him a sentence that resulted in him serving 3 years. Cohen added, I knew he would come back bigger than ever and definitely learn from his experiences. He is excited to start the next chapter in his story. I believe that everything happens for a reason, and I think that this is the beginning of his second act. According to TMZ, Pooh Shiesty is prohibited from possessing controlled substances, must submit a periodic drug test, and report to probation officers as part of his release conditions. So pretty much he's going to have random drug tests. Pretty much, I don't think he can have no like weapons or anything like that. Says the 25-year-old has been behind bars since 2022 after he pled guilty to conspiring to possession firearms and further hints of violent and drug trafficking crimes. He was sentenced to 63 months in prison, which would have kept him incarcerated until April 2026 with time served. So he's gotten home early for sure. You know what I'm saying? Because he could have been in there until next year. Shiesty was initially arrested back in October 2020 in connection with a robbery and shootout in Florida that was caught on camera. So pretty much he's home, and we'll see how it goes right here. So again, he's home. Welcome home, Pooh Shiesty. He's done his time. Hopefully he stays out of trouble, because you know what I'm saying? Don't point of coming home if you're going to get right back into trouble. I see you, Slayer, in the building. Says, yo, Stinker Squad 100. What up, Slayer? So again, Shiesty's home. Free Shiesty. This is my thing, though. He's been home since October 3rd. It's October 13th. Dog, that's roughly 10 days. Where the music at? Maybe he's taking his time and getting in the stew and really cooking. And I really hope that, but I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I always feel like this artist should do like a first day out type of song. I feel like it's a requirement. But then again, it's kind of one of those you don't necessarily have to do it, because not everybody does that, right? Okay. Let's transition on to the Blueface joint, and then we'll talk Lil Durk, and then we got Diddy's case here. Moving along at a nice and steady pace. It says Blueface mom says rappers is days away from prison release. So Blueface been locked up for quite some minute. We've seen what he's tatted his whole entire face. And I think it says Carissa Stanford says Blueface will be home soon, but is keeping the release date secret for now. So he should be home as soon. A lot of these guys went behind bars and should be coming home. Looks like they've done their time. Blueface could be coming home soon as a release, according to his mom. It says TMZ Hip Hop caught up with his mom in Los Angeles this week, where she revealed that while his release is coming soon, she was told to keep it a secret date under wraps for security and privacy reasons. Says, we're told I got a call and I can't tell you exactly because he's like, don't be telling my exact date. But we're down to the release stretch. We're days away, says Stafford, which is his mom, by the way. I have the coming home party. Make sure you guys get your tickets for the celebrity Blueface coming home party. I'm going to be picking him up with his kids. His girlfriend got us a limo, so you know I'm excited. So I'm saying, like, he's already pretty much, and this is a video right here. I'm going to use this for fair use. I'm going to go and play this real quick for YouTube purposes real quick. Fair use. Want to see if I can play this. I think this is his mom right here coming clean 4 minutes. Let's see. Let's see if we can play this right here from TMZ. Fair use.
How's your son Blueface doing? I know fans are saying he looks totally different, tatted up, a little bit bigger, you know.
Little bit bigger? He's 230.
I mean, in the photos, he's like, you know,
From
he kind of
160 to 230, so it's almost 100 pounds, give or take. So I'd say he's doing well. He's, you know, doing his push-ups.
That's the mama, everybody.
Preparing to come home.
Okay. I mean, how is he doing in there, like, mentally? I mean, is he ready to get out already, I'm sure?
I get to talk to him a couple times a week. He talks to the kids. He's excited about coming home and getting to work and being a dad and just, you know, picking up where he left off.
Of course. I know. I wanted to ask you, I know his dad said he doesn't want him around anyone doing drugs when he gets out. How are you guys going to make sure that actually happens and he doesn't end up back in there?
Well, I don't think, you know, there's anything that we can do but, you know, coach him, you know, remind him of...
I mean, she's asking personal questions that are really none of her fucking business. But, you know, it is what it is. I guess it's TMZ and this is kind of what they do. So fair use again. Fair questions is, even though Stanford won't reveal the release date, the California Incarcerated Records and Information Search website states that Blueface parole eligible date is December 2025. So pretty much probably in December is what she's saying, pretty soon. So December 2025 is right around the corner. What I'm banking is they're probably expecting him to be home for Christmas time, you know, before Christmas.
What happened in the past, as much as we possibly can. But I mean, he's an adult now. And we all have to accept that. He's 28 years old, so his decisions moving forward, he's gonna have to be fully accountable for them. I'm gonna hold him accountable. His dad's gonna hold him accountable. If we start to see him moving with the wrong type of people, and we know who those people are, we'll just remind him. Was it worth?
I mean, who's the wrong type of people? I mean, the only people I seen him really around was his, like, baby mamas. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying they were the wrong people, but I'm saying that's all I ever seen Blueface around, if I'm going to keep it 100.
And he'd have to make that decision.
So when does he actually get out? I mean, and do you think that
today, I got a call.
Okay,
and I can't tell you exactly because he was like, don't be telling my exact date, but we're down to the last stretch.
Okay.
We're days away.
Days away?
Days away.
Oh my gosh, and he's going to get out. Oh my God, so you're excited. So you have everything already planned.
If you keep it 100, Blueface did his time like a straight up G, though. If we're going to keep it real, he did his time like a straight up G. You know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it 100.
And for him when he comes
I have
out.
the coming home party. Make sure you guys get your tickets for the celebrity Blueface coming home party. I'm going to be picking him up with his kids. His girlfriend's got us a limo. So, you know.
Who is his girlfriend? Is it Krishan or is it like the other chick he got a baby with? You know what I'm saying? Or is it a new chick? I'm very curious.
I'm excited. I'm excited for new beginnings.
Have you been able to see Krishan Jr.?
I haven't been able to see the baby, no. Her and I have not come to those terms or that place, and the last thing I heard was he's not my blood, so I kind of backed off. I did see the footage of the hotel and I'm really just hoping and praying that that's not, like, that it's just rumors. It was really bad. It looked really bad. I mean, her sister came out and said some things, and I'm really just hoping and praying that, I'm not hoping and praying that he's not my blood. I would never hope that, because if he is, I'll do what I gotta do. If he is, I would already be doing what needs to be done, okay? We would be out here walking it like we talk it. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be this way.
Yeah, she's trying to speak positivity. That's what a mom's supposed to do. So I'll give him credit where credit is due as far as the mom. You know what I'm saying? she's up here saying she's not saying she hoped that's not her grandchild, but at the same time, she wouldn't be surprised. That's the nicest way to put it.
Do you think when he does come out, he's gonna be cool with the baby mamas, want a relationship with Krishan Jr.? I mean, I know you guys are trying.
He has literally said that he wants to put everything with his previous women in the past. He wants to be there for the kids 110%. Whatever I can do to help facilitate that, I'm gonna do. But that's all he wants to do.
Of course.
He wants to move forward. He's got a new lady. He's got, he's not in a serious.
Okay, so he's not with neither one of the baby mamas. He got a whole nother new chick. You know what I'm saying? So he's saying he's trying to move forward.
Relationship, but he's in a relationship, and as serious as it can be from where he is, we won't know how serious, obviously, until he gets home. But it sounds pretty like something's going on here. So okay. I try to respect that because obviously, y'all say I don't respect him in his situations, and I'm trying to move differently.
Of course. Do you approve of the new girlfriend?
I absolutely love her. I've known her since they were in 9th grade. She was his first girlfriend before Jaden for like a year or so. And he switched schools and they kind of lost contact. And so they've been friends this whole time, though.
Okay,
people are like, oh, he's using her. Like, they've been friends this whole time. This is nothing out of the ordinary that they wouldn't do for each other.
All right, cool. So that's the update from the mom real quick. And it says, earlier this week.
What have we got?
Hold on, let me see if I can stop this joint real quick. Can you stop this? Boom. Don't want to really start that right there because I know how this goes. Shout out to like TMZ for that one. Let me make sure I mute this joint. Don't want to get too much on it. It says, earlier this week, Blueface father Jonathan Porter Sr., which obviously he's named after his dad, posted the public warning urging his son to avoid drug users when he was released. Something that Stafford told TMZ that she understands but won't overstep. Says I don't think there's anything we can do to stop. We can do but to coach him and remind him of what happened in the past as much as we can. But he is an adult now, and we have to accept he's 28 years old. His decisions moving forward, he's going to have to be fully accountable for. I'm going to hold him accountable. His dad's going to hold him accountable. She's added, if we see him starting to move with the wrong kind of people and we know who those people are, we'll just remind him, was it worth it? And he'll have to make his decision. We asked about Blueface's youngest son, Krishan Jr. With Krishan Rock, Stafford doubled down on recent drama, claiming that Krishan has been telling people Blueface isn't a father. She's also reacted to viral images showing Krishan trash hotel room this week, saying that she hopes the baby is being properly cared for. I mean, that's all she can kind of hope for. Let's talk Durk's situation real quick, and then we'll go on to Diddy's update real quick. It says Little Durk supporters threatened a prosecutor and a judge, and feds revealed. So I've been following this Durk case very, very clearly, right? Okay, it says Durk himself had no direct link to threaten authorities clarified. This is my thing. He's locked down, so he can't really say anything, right? The government has revealed that supporters of Lil Durk have made threats against prosecutors and a judge involved in his murder for hire trial. And the court documents obtained by Complex, which were filed as a part of his recent for an anonymous jury due to the safety concerns. And FBI report details for voicemails left a central district at California United States magistrate judge line threatened them if Durk and his co-defendants DeAndre Wilson are convicted, they are to get life. I'm going to burn this mother trucker down. One of the voicemails to the judge reportedly said, burn it to the ground is not a game, BITCH. And I'm saying that appropriately for YouTube here because I want to make sure that, obviously I don't want to get into, flag down. Let's see. It says Assistant United States Attorney, one of the prosecutors on the case, also received a phone call from the unidentified male caller who told him, free Durk, or we gonna shoot that mother trucker up. Picked up of the call and asked who they wanted to shoot, and they replied, shoot your ass. So again, from what I've gotten from my research, I hate to say this, not saying I support this, but this is kind of considered like normal, where people who are just fans of Durk, who are really wanting him to be free, and and basically with the case hasn't really started yet and it's been pushed back, but a lot of people saying they want to free him because, I mean, to be honest, a lot of them think he don't did nothing wrong. I think if you're innocent till proven guilty, why can't you come home? But at the same time, I'm assuming with all the evidence that they got against Durk, they're saying like, all right, cool, we can't just let this person out without, due process, right? It says defendant supporters have all, and again, the whole live is legend and opinion debate. Says defendant supporters have already attempted to intimidate individuals connected to his case. The government's request for the anonymous jury reads, the documents list the threats as one of the reasons that the government is requesting to keep identifying details of the jurors secret, even to the attorneys trying in the case. Although it is also notes that the government's investigation into the threats uncovered no direct link to the defendants. Lil Durk's real name, Durk Devontae Banks, is currently awaiting trial on murder for hire charges in the connection with the August 2022 fatal shooting of the Shyne Robinson, the cousin of rappers Quando Rondo, which ironically Quando Rondo is during time as well. Is believed to be Quando Rondo's was intended target of the shooting, which is suspect to be retaliation for the killing of King Von. Prosecutors have alleged that Durk ordered the shooting and ordered violent incidents connected to the only the family members, which is OTF, that's what that stands for, only the family. The trial was originally scheduled to kick off in October, but it was recently delayed to January 2026 due to the complex nature, and we got that in quotations, everybody, of the case. Durk wanted the trial to happen in October, but the other defendants in the case agreed the decision to push it back. Earlier this week, Durk filed a number of motions to have the case dismissed. So, of course, he wants the case dismissed. He's trying to come home. They want an anonymous trial. We'll see how that goes. I don't know if that's necessarily going to work out in his favor. But prosecutors also accused him of having a contraband Apple Watch during the time behind bars, which I'm assuming I heard, right? And again, I'm just going to throw this out. I heard when they found it, he destroyed the joint, right? Okay, so Durk ain't trying to have no evidence, this, that, and the third. Again, having a Apple Watch is probably equivalent to having a phone, which he's probably not supposed to, like a cell phone, which he's not supposed to have, right? But again, my thing is this. I'm not going to blame it on Durk. My thing is this. How the hell did he get in the first place? That's the first question that I want to ask people. If you can't answer that, then how the hell are you supposed to know? You know what I'm saying? Can you blame it on Durk? And from what I got from this is common, right? Okay. Also, because I know, I've been through situations like this before, right? I'll speak for myself, where he's been accused of having three-way calls. You're not supposed to have that while you're locked up. But again, who's at fault here? Durk or the people who connect the three-way call? You know what I mean? Why aren't those people been brought up to charges? You know what I'm saying? They don't take it serious, but also keep in mind when you take these calls, as we've learned from Young Thug, these joints are obviously pre-recorded. You know what I'm saying? So you got to take that in there with a grain of salt. It says Durk, real name, Durk Devontae Banks is currently behind bars. But that one says, as detailed in a motion filed in the federal court on Monday, October 6th, the government has expected a concern for the jurors' safety due to the number of factors, including Durk's various resources and the control over OTF, an organization that say that expansive research or expansive reach over the violent nature. The feds are seeking to have the names, address, and places employment of the jurors contained secret, even to the attorneys trying in the case. Let's see. In October 2024, Lil Durk was arrested on murder for hire cases, which we already know that, so I'm not going to cover over that. So pretty much that's the update on Durk. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, he beats the case if he's not guilty of anything, right? Okay, let's touch on this last part right here, Diddy, real quick, and then we'll wrap things up for the night, because Diddy, we already know what his kind of fate is. He's supposed to do 4 years with time served. Hopefully he comes home sooner than that. Diddy's ordered to forfeit the freak off evidence, including the Ibiza tapes. This is from October 10th. Again, the feds say that the mogul needs to give up ownership of the property connected to his Mann Act violations. Diddy has been ordered to forfeit property connected to his freak off. The federal government, as a part of a 50-month prison sentence for the Mann Act violations connected to his now infamous sexual encounters. I see you, Manny, with the kicks. He says, Europe and free Durk. I agree. And to be honest, dog, free Diddy, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be honest, no disrespect to anybody who hates Diddy. Is he a bad guy? Maybe, right? Okay, take that with a grain of salt. But what he's on trial for and what he's been convicted of, all those people that took the stand said that they were like, this is my thing, and I'm gonna leave it alone. They said that they knew what was up. Even the people that said, like, okay, we pulled up, we didn't know what was up, but once we saw what was going down, we was with it. That's not breaking the law. And my thing is this, he didn't hire none of those people. Somebody else did, like in their name. And I'm not going to say who, right? Allegedly, right? They paid for that. They picked the male escorts. Diddy went along with, if anybody's a victim, right, in my eyes, it's Diddy. You know what I'm saying? I'll just leave it right there. It says, according to the documents filed on Wednesday, seen in Complex, Diddy must surrender a large cliche of the tapes and electronic devices seized during the federal raids last year. Among the materials, one item in particular has grabbed the public attention to the video cassette tapes taken from Diddy's Miami home that are labeled Ibiza tapes. The forfeiture, like pretty much the forfeit, right? Okay, it's pretty much, Diddy says, free love coming, man. Says, added that Diddy's attorneys and the man himself covers the evidence collected in the March 2024, where federal attorneys raided Combs' Miami and Los Angeles home, as well as objects found in a Manhattan hotel around the time Diddy arrested the following September. Investigators confiscated video cassette tapes, hard drives, thumb drives, iPhones, iPads, computers, and other devices, as well as $9,000 in cash. They say that the materials were all property used or intended to be used in connection with the mogul's criminal conduct. U.S. Customs and Borders Protection will remain secure custody and control of all materials. My thing is this, dog, sounds like they're interested in watching the tapes, right? I could be wrong, right? It says the court filing do not describe what is on the Ibiza tapes. Diddy has been to the island numerous times over the years, including at least once with Cassie Ventura, which that's kind of kicked this off. One of the alleged victims of Diddy case, Cassie, testified during Diddy's trial that he threatened to release tapes of the freak-offs, which would frequently record in order to maintain control over her. Earlier this week, Diddy asked the judge in the case to recommend to the Bureau of Prisons that the bad boy had suspend his prison suspension at the FCI Fort Dix low security facility in New Jersey. However, the judge saying instead that he would ask the BOP that Diddy be incarcerated as close as possible to the New York metropolitan area. So the judge, it sounds like he not letting up on Diddy, dog. Now everybody want to know that pretty much Shyne speaks out on what happened during the Diddy's 1999 nightclub shooting. I want to kind of cover this real quick and we'll close up right here. This is kind of like any problems Shyne faced before his trial. This is kind of like free use. I want to say that real quick. Fair use for YouTube. And then I want to play this last little video and get the fuck up out of here. You know what I'm saying? We coming up on that hour mark, as you guys can see. Let's see real quick. They won't play that one. So obviously, as you can see, the playback websites have been disabled for the video owner of this YouTube. So they won't even let me play that. But Shyne, it says let me make sure I read this last little part and get up out of here. It says, Shyne opened up in an interview with Cameron on Talk with Flea about his involvement in the 1999 shooting in New York nightclub shooting, in which he was convicted of the first-degree assault and sentenced to 10 years in prison. The former Bad Boy Records artist recalled his mentor, Sean Diddy Combs, who considered a suspect in the case having an altercation with a crew from Brooklyn that they knew. Eventually, Manhattan Scar Allen, who allegedly got into an argument with Combs before, despite the turn that violent. It says, witness testified that Allen scammed at Diddy and I'm going to kill you before shooting occurred at the reported ABC News. So this is one of those where I'm just going to cover this real quickly. Shyne kind of took the rap for Diddy to the best of my knowledge. Diddy was found now guilty, but Shyne has kind of never recovered from that. He recovered, but it kind of wasn't pretty, right? We're going to keep it real. It says, they were not people underestimated. They were not people to be taken for granted. Burrow told Cam. So when they started saying they're gonna pop your top, I saw someone reaching for a weapon. I acted in self-defense. I get what Shyne's saying. He like, yo, Shyne's saying this is the thing. Shyne is the guy that pulled the trigger, right? Let's just keep it 100. He reached for the weapon, self-defense. He was hoping that being with Puff, he could get, obviously a break, but obviously he didn't get a break. You know what I'm saying? If we're gonna keep it real. But they wasn't my problem. It was Puff's problem. He continued. He was the one who was arguing with them, and I was just being a good friend because I saw the danger. According to a 2001 ABC News article, attorney for Burrow admitted that his client had a firearm inside the nightclub, claiming that Shyne fired his weapon twice into the air after the first shot was fired before someone in Allen's entourage. So he shot up in the air, right? And this has always been those controversy things. It says this was an incident by Scar. Niles maintaining the materials action were in the self-defense. Burroughs explained that his split-second decision was difference between life and death, and his younger self-defense solely chose the former over the latter. Says, and I always at that point preferred to be tried by 12 than carried by 6, he said, in reference to being detained by the police versus being transported by pallbearers, which I get it. You know what I'm saying? People say, yo, I'd rather be tried by 12, which 12 jurors is what he's talking about, than carried by 6. In the Hulu documentary, The Honorable Shyne, Burrow claimed that he was absolutely set up to be the fall guy in the nightclub shooting. A rep for Combs, who was facing up to 15 years in prison, called his former protege fall guy claim pretty much false. Mr. Combs denies that Mr. Burrow allegations included suggestion that he was orchestrated by Burrow to be the fall or the sacrifice him to be directing witness to testify against him to rep. He said they claim are pretty much false. Mr. Combs was acquitted of all charges, which we know that's Diddy, in the 1999 club shooting in New York incident, and has been consistently maintained his innocence. The statement continued, he cannot accept a condone in any characterizations of his actions at the Dominic and musicians. It says, in an interview with Stephen A. Smith last year, Burrow said that he since has forgiven Combs, but maintained that he disgraced the mogul, destroyed his life. So, that's how we got to end on that note. Kind of ugly to end on that one, because as you can see, now we got Diddy and pretty much, got to do his time. We got pretty much that. We'll see how it goes. I know his lawyers and stuff is going to appeal it, but I don't know how long it's going to take. I think it will work out in Diddy's favor, but I'm assuming by the time the whole appeal process go through and all that, just like Bill Cosby, homie going to have to sit there. By the time it goes through, he's probably going to be ready to come home. Because he's probably going to get time. He's obviously got time served, and he's going to have to do, an additional 3 years, but I get it. Diddy's trying to come home as soon as possible, right? Okay, I'm going to just leave it right there. So let's talk, let's wrap this joint up for the night. Pretty much we just covered the Diddy update. We did Blueface should be coming home soon. Pooh Shiesty is home. We talked the Drake lawsuit against pretty much UMG, which pretty much he took an L on that one. And then we talked the Saint Lunatics and Nelly case. And yeah, man, I think I pretty much covered it all. And then, of course, Durk. Obviously, he's trying to get the case dismissed, but we'll see how that goes. But other than that, man, let's wrap things up for tonight. But I was joined for like an hour and 5 minutes. Appreciate everybody for coming through and being active in the chat as always. I'll be back live again on Wednesday with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast. But until then, smash that like button, sub up to the channel if you're new and if you haven't done so already. Of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones, and what I normally do is make content about sneakers, occasional trying hauls, and y'all know this is Music Monday. I'll be back live again on Wednesday with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast. But until then, smash the like button, sub up, more content on the way. And yeah, I'm officially out this thing, man. Peace.
December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die, let I know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die, let I know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. right now. Hope I don't crash all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights, my heart is cold like December. Who brought my heart can remember.